Hello friends, you all are welcome to our YouTube channel Rich PHP. Today we are going to start a new PHP tutorial on our channel Rich PHP. Hope you guys love this tutorial and support us to make more and more videos. This video was made for the purpose to teach you about PHP in a simple way. Let's start with understanding PHP. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. What exactly does PHP do? PHP is an open source scripting language used to create a dynamic website. PHP fetches data from a database using MySQL to create a dynamic content-based websites. In a programming language, we can call PHP a server-side scripting language. There are two types of scripting language used to create a dynamic web pages, client-side and server-side scripting language. So, let's learn about what is client-side and server-side scripting. In client-side scripting, when a user opens an URL in the browser, that URL sends the request to the server to send data to that user's specific IP address. After receiving data from the server, the browser processes that HTML data and displays the final output to the user. This process is done within a millisecond depending on the user's internet speed. Also, whatever CSS or JS is used in the website is sent to the browser to display output on the browser tab. Now, in a server-side scripting, similarly, when the user opens a URL in a browser, the browser sends that request to the server starts processing that request exactly similar to what client-side scripting does. But in server-side scripting, server check what programming language is used to create a dynamic website. It uses that programming language to fetch data dynamically, then process that data and convert it into HTML and send it back to the browser to display output on the browser tab. Here you can say client-side scripting means a static website and server-side scripting means a dynamic website. Hope you guys understand what is client-side and server-side scripting. Now we are going to learn about how PHP works to create a dynamic website. We use PHP to write a site logic like calculation or some conditions in code. PHP fetches data from the database using MySQL language and convert it into a browser readable format to display final output just like what we learn in a server-side scripting. The most important thing is logic. How you use your logic is important. So develop your logic by practicing daily. You can say that PHP is used for a dynamic content management, database management, session tracking, security on site, etc. Now we are going to understand the difference between static and dynamic website. A static website means the content of the site never changes until the developer changes it. A static site does not have any controller to control static site content. It's like a plain HTML, CSS and JS site that does not have any backend language used in a static site. On another hand, in a dynamic site, backend language like PHP, Python, Go or any other backend language is used. It has a control panel to control the content of the website. The best example of a dynamic website is Amazon, Flipkart, e-commerce website. In a dynamic site, you can change the content whenever you want, and this is the best part of the dynamic site. Example for a static and a dynamic website. Consider if we need to insert 100 student records in the static site, every time we need to open a code and insert the data for a new students, and that code is only understood by the developer. Because of limited manpower and it's time consuming and difficult and also puts pressure on a one person. In a dynamic site, the developer creates one control panel for a site that is simple and anyone can learn. So it makes it easy to insert 100 students record easily into the database because lots of people can work at the time. It makes the process easy and time saving, and also workload gets divided. Now understand what is PDO. This channel mostly we are using PDO, and also most framework in PHP uses PDO as a database connecting language. So for a large or portable project, PDO is preferable. Even the Zen framework use PDO. PDO stands for PHP Data Object. PDO is a data access layer that uses a unified API application programming interface. PDO divides into two components. One is the core, which provides an interface, and the other is a drivers, which access specific drivers. PDO's three main classes are: first, PDO to establish a connection to the database. Second, PDO prepare a statement to execute. PDO exception, handle error in PDO. The advantage of PDO is PDO can access more than 10 databases. It can easily transfer from one database to another. Easy to handle the error, easily connected to the database, code reusability and security. If you compare PDO and MySQL, PDO has 12 different drivers for a database connection. MySQL has only one, MySQL. The name parameter is available in PDO but not in MySQL. PDO is more secure than MySQL. Now, why to learn PHP? PHP has a large community. You can easily find any error solution online. PHP syntax is easy to understand. More than 70% of websites built in PHP. Also, PHP is used in a Facebook, Flipkart, Wikipedia, and many more sites are built using PHP. Also, PHP is an open source language. You don't need to buy any license to use PHP in your project. PHP uses an object-oriented programming approach, so code reusability and security are more if compared with another language. PHP support all server, and also you can decide what type of security you want in your project. Use of PHP. Almost in every application we can use PHP. For example, in CMS to manage the content, chatting system, e-commerce, Google Drive like file system, etc. Also, we can use in Android application API for a better security in API. What do we need before learning PHP? Basic knowledge of HTML, CSS and JS. Don't worry, if you do not know this, we can learn these things in future video. Select any code editor like Sublime or VS Code. I am using Sublime Text because it's a very lightweight code editor that also run on a old system. Also, we need to create a local environment to run a PHP code. You can install XAMPP, LAMP or WAMP server on both Linux and Windows operating system, any browser to run a code. Now consider one example. If you want to print 1 to 10 numbers on the screen, you print using echo, recursive function or for loop. Here what you choose is the most important. If more than 10 numbers are in the example, using the echo is a really bad idea. Recursive function and for loop is a better choice, because if number is increases, you just need to change the number, nothing else. That's it guys. Hope you guys all understand what we are doing and how that help you in your career. Thank you friends. Keep coding and support us to create a more video. Bye bye.